Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mommy Meetup podcast. Welcome to episode 38. I am Dana Ryan, Miss Dana Ryan from DanaRyan.tv, and I'm here tonight with my two co-hosts, Amy, Dreamflight 6000. Amy, go ahead and say hello to everybody.
Hey everybody, I'm so excited to be here tonight.
All right, and also Diana from Being Mommy with Style. I'm going to go ahead and say hi, if I can speak.
Hey everyone.
Okay, so we are going to be talking about cars tonight, and that means your mom vehicle or your dad vehicle, whatever you drive for your family. So we're going to talk about what we drive, why we decide to choose that vehicle, if we like it, don't like it, what we like about it, what we don't like about it. So it's just going to be car talk with us moms here.
Too bad this isn't sponsored, because
Right.
I could really pump up my car. I love it so much.
Mom mobile talk.
Have you guys ever watched Car Talk on NPR? That's totally a side related, but no, you've never listened to. I've listened to that a couple times just to try to pretend like I know about cars, but I really don't. I don't know anything about what's under the hood. I wish I did. I kind of want to take like a Cars for Women course or something. I think that would be really fun.
I know my dad tried teaching me when I was like in high school, like how to change the oil and all that. I should have paid attention.
Yeah, that's nice. He was actually trying to teach you. I don't think anybody's really. I don't even know how to change a tire. I wish I knew how. I really do, because I think
he taught me that too. Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Do it.
My dad was talking about doing it, but I think he gave up. I think he abandoned ship midway through trying to convince me to learn how to do that stuff. He was like, nope.
My mom just set me up with a AAA membership and said, you just call them. That's how you get it. You just call them to come change your tire, and it's worked for me. I live in a city, so it's not like people can't come get me. So. And
I married like a guy who does everything, so he's like my mechanic, so it works out.
Excellent.
It's nice, yeah, when they know how to change the oil. Yeah.
Do both of your husbands know? I mean, this isn't really the topic for tonight, but
he does everything. He changes. He works on anything. He'll change the brake rotors. He does everything.
Wow. Yours too, Diana?
Yeah, he can do all of it. We've kind of hit a time increment thing where I have started taking it to get the oil changed. But he changes out the tires on his Jeep regularly, and he can change the oil. He actually used to be a motorcycle mechanic, like when he was in college. So.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah. I don't have that going on in my house.
Oh, come on, Jim.
No, my God, no.
The nice part is that if you feel like you're getting ripped off, you can just like call your husband and be like, this is what they're telling me, and like, then they know that he knows his stuff, so they back off on trying to just sell you like all kinds of weird stuff.
I play that card even though my husband doesn't know at all. I just say, sometimes I actually do that a lot, where I just say to people, I have to ask my husband, I'll get back to you. And then I hang up and call my mom, and we talk about it, and then I call back.
Call your mom, that's great. I love it. Moms know best.
It just buys me some time so I can think about it or look it up myself. That's why I just say that all the time. It's actually quite nice. Anyway, so let's talk about what we're driving now that we are parents. What is it different? Let's talk about that first. Is it different than what you drove pre-kids? Amy, what were you driving before you had children?
Oh, gosh.
It was a while ago.
It was a Honda Accord. So that's what I drove.
Okay, how about you, Diana?
Before, I had a whole slew of cars, so we're not going to go through them all, but they were all lower to the ground vehicles, we'll put it that way. They're all regular, sedan, lower to the ground vehicles.
Well, name one actual vehicle before you had the kids.
I guess the car that I had in college, I guess, kind of stands out, is I had a Sunfire. It had die with my year I was born on the plate. Wow. So I'd be bebopping around town with my
You were so
car.
Cool. You totally would not have talked to me in college.
No, actually, it's really dorky now looking back on. I still have those plates though.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah, it was great.
So did you have the same car when you got pregnant? Did you change cars when you got pregnant? Or?
Oh no, we had so many. We had so many cars.
Okay. All right,
honestly, do you want the whole list?
No, I don't want the whole list.
To the ground. We'll
I just
want to
know, what were you driving when you got pregnant for the first time and you said, "Oh, this pie isn't going to work"?
This is really bad, but I can't remember.
You can't remember.
Honestly.
Okay. All right.
No, I really honestly.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You just blocked it out. It wasn't. All right, well, I was driving a Subaru Forester when I got pregnant for the first time. That was my car that I bought out of college. Brand new car, Subaru Forester. That's what I wanted. So that was the car. All right, so what did you do then when you got pregnant for the first time and you had to buy your first car for kids? Amy, did you switch cars?
No, the Honda Accord's huge. It's big. It was nice. I loved it, and we kept that. So.
Okay. How about you, Diana? Do you remember the vehicle?
Okay, so I feel like there's a whole backstory here, but I'll try to condense it. So I had a Jetta for a while, and I got rear-ended, and it slammed me into another car, so the car got totally totaled.
When you were pregnant?
No, I wasn't pregnant yet.
Okay.
And I feel like I replaced that car, I think, with the CR-V, and I think that's the car I had when I got pregnant. I think.
Okay.
So I had that for a little while.
Honda CR-V, and that's a good car for a family, I think. That's pretty good. Yep.
So it was a higher-up car, and I was really paranoid because I'd gotten rear-ended really, really hard, and it knocked me into another car. So I was paranoid about being low to the ground. So I think that's when I actually made the transition to a higher-up car, but I wasn't pregnant or even thinking about having kids yet when that happened.
Okay. Well, I kept my Subaru Forester with the first child, and we kept that, and that was adequate. I think it has pretty good space in it. So we did move up though in car. So when did you guys move up then? Amy, are you still driving the same Honda Accord? What are you driving right now?
I got what I call my dream car.
Oh, what is it? I want to know.
It's like the best mom car ever. It's a van.
A van. Okay, what kind of van is it?
So I drive a 2013 Chrysler Town and Country.
They're the best vans ever.
And my husband calls it his truck. He can put all the seats down. You can put like a refrigerator. I'm seriously, like you could put a big thing of furniture and haul. You can haul so much stuff in that thing.
It was a refrigerator. I was like, what are you doing? Having parties in your van?
No, you should see
but I'm seriously.
At the YouTube Mommy Meetup Conference.
Oh,
you
yeah,
had so much
you
stuff.
saw it. Yes.
I did. She had so much stuff crammed in there. It was amazing.
You could fit half my house in there. Yeah.
Isn't the Town and Country the car that has the little table in it in the back?
No.
No. Which van has the table in it?
I don't know.
The Town and
You know what I'm
Country,
talking about?
they have the stow and go. Like you can fold it and like flatten everything out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a van like growing up that had a table, like
You know, there's one minivan where you can have like they can turn the row of seats around so they're facing the back, and then there's a table, like a card table in the middle where you can play like cards on it. Like you can make like a.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
You've never seen it? Don't you remember they had all these commercials?
Well, whatever it is, it's not as good as my
Town
Town and Country.
We don't watch commercials.
And I thought that looked really cool that you can have this table in the middle, like, you know, and flip the seats around to kind of sit back there and like hang out. All right, so you got your dream car, which is the Town and Country, and we'll ask you, I guess you like it, but we'll ask you more details about it. Diana?
When I'm 80 years old, I'm going to be driving a van.
Okay. All right, I think we kind of grasp how you feel about your van.
Yeah.
How about you, Diana? What are you driving now, or when did you move up from the CRV?
Recently got new vehicles, and I was literally down to the wire making the decision in the showroom between a van, Town and Country, or
was it Town and Country?
Or what I'm driving. Like literally just trying to decide between it was either going to be a Caravan, Town and Country, or what I ended up driving, and I ended up picking the Jeep Cherokee because I loved it. Like I literally like walk over to the van and be like, yeah, I can see where this would be super practical, and then I would just like want to walk back over to my car and sit in it. So I don't have the most practical car, especially not for
but your
more
top
than
comes down. It's like a convertible. It's like a
Does the top come down?
No,
I
it's
don't
a
think
Wrangler.
so.
My husband's whole top, he is a Wrangler, and his whole top lifts off, and the doors come off, and everything.
Oh.
So having a convertible, it's really nice in the summer.
That'd
So
be
it's really
fun.
cool because you can off-road in it or have the top off. But no, mine is the new model that came out in 2014, and I really, really like it. But if we ever have another kid, we're gonna have to get a bigger car. So.
And you have 2 kids right now, so they're fitting comfortably in your Jeep Cherokee.
Yeah, I mean, for 2, it works great. I mean, for 2, it does everything I need to do. It's just the right size to park. I was really worried. I'm not great at reverse and parking and all of that, so I was really worried about having to park a van every day because they're a little bit bigger. And
but the review, it shows you exactly the whole back and color, and it shows the
yeah,
lines, the red.
we've got the backup camera, yeah, with the lines.
So
We've probably the
nice.
same
Oh,
camera,
so nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot easier. So, I mean, if we did have to go up to a van, then I would just have to use the backup camera and pray.
Well, I'll tell a story about the backup camera that I actually think when you become a parent, it's important to have a backup camera.
Yes.
I don't have a backup camera, but I have a minivan. So right now we have a Toyota Sienna minivan. I do love my van. But when I have twins, and when I had the twins right after they were born, they were maybe 5 months old or something, and I had them in the van. I had gone to the grocery store. We got back in the van with the boys. I had packed up the groceries, the boys in the van, and then I was so flustered because when you have babies in the car and they're crying and you got stuff going on, and you're really, when you're dealing with all that stuff when you have kids in the car, it gets loud, it gets chaotic, and it's distracting. And I looked behind me. I did look behind me, and I backed up really slow, but there was an older lady, and she was pushing her cart, and she just kept walking behind the van, and I bumped her cart. I didn't hit her.
Oh my
but I bumped
God.
her
That's
cart,
scary
and
though.
she gave me the nastiest look I have ever seen, and I felt so awful. Like, number one, I felt so bad. But and then number two, I was like, I got all these kids screaming in the car. Like in my brain, I just was like, oh, why are you walking behind the van? But my point is, she was fine. Like she was totally fine. She walked away. But I was like, if you have like one of those rear view cams, I think it helps. With that kind of stuff.
It does.
It's really distracting when you have kids, little babies in the car, and multiples especially, but kids can be so distracting when you're backing up. Now I always try to pull through in a spot because I'm too, I know I'm distracted with the kids, and I just want to just pull straight out so I make sure I don't hit anybody,
Even with the backup cam, I still do that. I look for a spot that I can
just pull straight through. Yeah.
Especially
different. When
school pickup, when you know that there's going to be a ton of kids, it's scary.
Yeah.
It is scary because, they're not predictable. Even my own kid, she's not predictable. I mean, she'd be like squirrel and just take off,
right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I like that, but I don't have that in my car. And I also am with Amy. I love my van. We got the Toyota Sienna because it has all-wheel drive, and I wanted to be able to be okay in the snow with the kids, but also have the space because we have 4 children. So we needed enough room for all the car seats. And even if I didn't have 4 kids, even if I had 2 or even 1, I think I would still want the Toyota Sienna because I really do like having all that space in the car just for, bags. And actually, I would nurse in the 3rd row of the van. We'd go
me too.
back there and breastfeed. And I like the tinted windows.
I plug the pump
you pumped
because
there's
plug-ins, like regular plug-ins, and
So I liked being that 3rd row in the back seems really private of the van, and you can do things back there, like change a diaper, and I felt like it was more private than, other cars, I guess in your Jeep Cherokee you have tinted windows in the back too. I don't know how private you feel when you're in your 2nd row, back there.
It's not the same because in the winter, if you had a baby, that would be nice just to be able to walk down the center row and then go in the back seat and change a diaper.
Right.
I mean, when I had the SUVs, the crossovers, I would just change diapers in the back, but I literally would be standing outside, But I have a really I should have videoed it because I have this, except I don't do anything with diapers on video. But anyways, I have this super quick method where I could change their diaper and they would never be exposed as long as it wasn't number 2. So I would just do that real quick and then.
I like your hand motions with the podcast listeners can't see. Yeah, but you're motioning with your hands how you do your quick diaper change.
My quick diaper change. There's a specific hand motion for it.
Right. It looks like a dance. I like it.
In my van, the center in the front can be taken out. So the day we bought it, we took it out, and it's so nice when kids or babies are crying or Henry needs his blood sugar tested, I can just stand up, walk all the way to the back while we're driving, which you probably shouldn't do, but I do it, hold the nook in the mouth, or do whatever you need to do. It's so nice. I love it.
We always get the either a Town and Country or a Caravan because they're essentially the same van. It's just a different trim package. But we always get one of those when we're in Florida. At Disney World, we rent it. And it's really nice to drive around, with the extra space. It is nice. And all the suitcases.
Is that the biggest van out there for the most part, like the Town and Country? Is that the
I
biggest?
think it's the only one that every single seat folds completely
Way
flat.
down, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, because yeah, my Toyota Sienna, the second row doesn't fold all the way down, just the back row does.
Hmm.
Yeah. Wait, maybe no, it doesn't. I have to take it out. I'd have to take the seat out of the van. I have to unhook it if I wanted to and remove it.
And this is so slow. I mean, you can do it in 2 seconds. It's just like 1, 2, boom. It's just down.
Yeah, we did that in our rental car, and I was like, oh, it's so cool.
It's
That
cool.
would probably sell me. If I had a third, or just if I decided I wanted extra cargo space, I would get the van so I could get the stow and go with all the flat, because it is
I mean,
nice.
it's just when you're buying furniture or whatever, it's just so nice.
Yeah. Or if you have like a lot of suitcases or whatever.
See, we don't
you know.
travel, so someday
Yeah.
it would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says the Chrysler Town and Country, I'm looking it up online, has that table in the middle. Are you sure you don't have that?
Mm-mm.
You don't? Maybe
It
it's
might be an option.
maybe.
I gotta look this up now. We're all on our phones.
I'm trying to see it. I can see the picture here, and it says Town and Country, Chrysler's. I can see it. It's like this
I wonder
little
if it's a new
table.
one, because mine's a 2013.
No, I don't know. I feel like I saw the commercials before that. Like you can turn the seat all the way around to face the back, and then there's this table in the middle. But maybe it's an option that you just didn't get. But yeah, that's the only thing about it that I liked.
Oh, I see this.
That's the
really
only
cool.
thing you liked.
That's
it.
the only thing I liked. I did not like the Consumer Reports on the Chrysler Town
Yeah,
and Country.
I know.
And that's why I didn't get that because
The other one I was looking at was I don't know if it was a Honda Odyssey. I don't know, whatever one. It was the best one, but it was slightly higher priced. But
yeah, I looked at the Honda Odyssey and Toyota Sienna because both of them, I think you can get all-wheel drive in the
I don't
Odyssey.
know. One of those is definitely the top as far as like safety and stuff.
The Honda Odyssey, I think, is at the top in Consumer Reports.
I just didn't like
It's
it. I don't know.
expensive. It's a little bit more. And I don't know. I really wanted the all-wheel drive. That was really important to me because of the snow that we get here.
Mine does have it keeps you straight, so it'll show. I mean, it has anti-lock brakes, but it also has, what do you call it, swerve control or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. It never ever.
You don't have problems in the snow because you have a lot of snow where
No,
you live. You
it's
don't
amazing.
have any
It's
problems with
amazing in the
that?
snow. Mm-mm.
Okay. Hmm.
This
You
little
should be a
orange light comes on.
spokesperson.
That has this
Spokesperson.
little. I know I should. Well, I said it should be sponsored by Chrysler. Come on, people. No company wants to sponsor me for anything.
Oh, that's not true at all. Look at all those sponsors that hooked up with you for the YouTube Moms conference.
Well, yeah.
It's not true.
Because you guys were all involved in that.
Okay, so is there anything that you don't like about your vehicle, Amy? You just love everything about it.
I do. I really do. I love it even all the way down to the color. Everything about it, I love it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I feel like it's just the minivans are just the best, the ultimate in mom vehicle, and then I guess if it's not that, it's SUV. You know, because even like I remember with our first trip that we took, even with our one child, when we went to the shore for vacation, we packed up our Subaru Forester. We had the car top thing on there. We had the whole back filled up because you have the pack and play, and
oh my gosh,
you have there's so much the stroller, like so much extra stuff that you pack
with
when
twins.
you go places.
I mean, you just have. So
well, when we had the twins, we had to get the van, but even with that, it's like the cars just get filled up like so quickly when you go traveling with children, and it's just like incredible how quickly the space just like there's no room in your car, and you have the car seat, and it just gets really squishy pretty fast.
It's funny that we just happen to like vans because so many moms are totally against vans. Like there's so many people that hate vans. They'll never drive a van. I would say it's like 50-50, but we just happen to be 3 people who don't mind vans.
Well, I don't know. I think Diana might be a van hater. You're just not saying anything here.
She was going between it.
No,
she said when she goes to Florida, she rents it, but she doesn't want to own it. She doesn't want to own it.
I'm a holdout.
If she has a third, she will thank us and buy a van.
Oh, if I have a third, I'm definitely going to end up with a van. I mean, there's no way around it. You got to have it. I mean, yeah. I mean,
if other people would say I absolutely will not have, and they buy it. There's other cars. I know actually people who will not buy a van, and they've got 4 kids, and they buy these huge, massive
SUVs.
Yeah.
And then they pay like $150 per tank of gas.
Yeah, I know.
You know. No, the thing that would sell me on the vans is the stow and go. Those seats, like going flat, like it's amazing. Like the amount of stuff you can fit in there and still have 2 car seats in.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like the future of it too, that when your kids have friends that they want to be going places, like to the movies or something.
Mm-hmm.
I actually would prefer to be the driver and take them myself rather than have another parent that I don't know very well. Or, I know growing up I used to always envy my friends whose parents had a van and they drove us everywhere, because my mom did not, and she didn't have room to carry the friends to go places. And so I want to be the mom who has the space to carry the friends and drive them places. Maybe I'm sure there's plenty of moms who would say I don't want to be the one schlepping the kids around, so that's why I'm not getting the van.
I'm also the mom that wants to be the one driving the kids around.
You are, Amy. Yeah, like I would rather be the mom do it, just for me because of my paranoia. Like I feel like I want to know that they're safe and I want to be the driver. So I feel like I'd like to be the one to say, yes, we have room for your friends and I will drive you to go to wherever you're going, to the mall or whatever. So I like it for that reason too, for the future. Okay, so I think that'll wrap it up.
One thing. My grandma's, her old boyfriend, this is just recently, they actually aren't together anymore. He bought a van and he's 80 something.
What did he need the space for? What's he
It's
driving
easier
around?
for older. It's a big thing. Older people have been their new thing is buying vans because with knee replacements, it's easier to get in and out. You don't have to step. It's just easy for them.
It's at the level where it's easy for it to get. My dad is like 6 foot tall, and he's been looking at vans.
Yeah, it's like the new thing. That's what they said. That's like older people are buying vans.
And he wants like the space to get stuff back and forth between Illinois and Florida, like when he's going back and forth. So.
And groceries, they don't have to lift out of a trunk. It's just right at that level, right at your waist level.
Yeah, I guess if they put all the seats down and then in the back, and they could just open the back door and just put whatever right there at that level. Yeah, that makes sense.
But it'd be easier for him to handle that than like a truck where it's like,
open. And having to step up into it, you don't have to. Yeah. Hip replacements, they say it's good for all that.
Wow. So I guess get all of your, small car driving out of the way before you have children, because then after that it's vans for the rest of your life.
Vans for the rest of your life. It's all vans from here on out.
I would like to one day have like a little convertible, like kind of like a casual driving car, just for fun. Just to kind of pretend I'm young again and like drive to the beach with the top down with me, myself, and I. It's like a little fantasy of mine, all by myself, just me.
Just me, right? Exactly. I want the Hellcat. Do you guys know what the big supers? Because we've already got the Jeep where you can put the top down. So I want the supercharged engine. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Well, okay. All right. So I think, anything else, Amy, before I say this? Anything else you want to say? No? You're shaking your head on the car front. Okay. All right. So, Amy, go ahead and tell everybody where they can go to find you.
You can find me at Dreamflight 6000. I'm on YouTube and everywhere else on social media. Dreamflight 6000.
All right. Diana, where can everybody go to find you?
You can find me at Being Mommy with Style on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
Okay, perfect. And I am Dana Ryan. You can find me at Miss Dana Ryan everywhere. That's MSDANARYAM. And you can go and leave us a review for the podcast on iTunes.
A good review.
An honest review. An honest review we want. And we appreciate it if you do that. And you can come and join us on Facebook. You can join the YouTube Mommy Meetup Facebook group. We would love to have you there. And we will talk to you guys in the next episode. But until then, drive safe, everyone. Drive safe, no matter what you're driving. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.